Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge twist basket, actually ball basket, 21 arms on 3 tiers. This is the 191548. So the ball basket is on the very bottom of that. It is a twist basket, but instead of being higher up, it's on the very bottom of the fixture. And this is one of Hubbardton Forge's larger fixtures. This is going to be 46 inches from the bottom of the fixture to where the first piece of chain is going to start, coming in at just about 50 inches in diameter, so 50 inches is pretty big. This is going to be shipping on a pallet, so it's really important that you remember that, with delivery by a common carrier, and that means basically an 18-wheel truck. So if you guys are in a situation, if you have a loading dock or access to a loading dock, or if you're like way up on top of a mountain, those little details we are going to need to know. The other thing is you're going to notice that Hubbardton Forge has a weight on this. It's probably like 300 or 400 pounds. That's called a dimensional weight or dim weight. That's the weight that UPS or UPS Freight assigns a box based on its size. In reality, the hanging weight on this fixture is only 30 pounds, so it's very light. However, anything that's over 25 pounds, Underwriters Lab says that we have to suggest or tell you to hang it from a junction box that's attached to a structure of your building. A lot of people will put in fan boxes for that kind of thing, so just kind of remember that. So 30 pounds hanging weight. You have to remember that the arms on this are going to be holding wire because these have sockets on the end of the arms, really important. So they have to be hollow. They can't be tremendously heavy or no one would be able to use them. So Hubbardton Forge engineers them to look substantial and heavy. In reality, they're pretty light. Okay, so moving on from there, it's going to be shipping with 6 feet of chain to begin with, 15 feet of wire. If you need more of either of those things, just contact me. We do that stuff all day long. The other thing is going to be hanging from a 5-inch round canopy going over your 4-inch junction box, just like that. It has a loop on the end of it, and that's where your chain hangs from. Pretty simple. So your installer is going to have a tool that can open and close chain. Chain has a seam on the side of it right here, so you can use as little or as much as you guys want. Not a big deal, and like I said, we sell extra chain all the time. Just contact me for more information about that. Let's head into what this is going to be using for sockets. It's going to be using a porcelain socket from Hubbardton Forge. These are going to be the longer ones, longer than this guy, and on top of that, it's going to be able to accept up to 21 60-watt incandescent bulbs. That's a ton of incandescent light. I wouldn't necessarily go in that direction. I would probably go LED if I were you. This was designed before there were lots of great LEDs out in the marketplace, and there are tons of great little torpedo-shaped LEDs. It's also flame tip, frosted flame tip that are going to be awesome for you. There's no limit when you get into that because they don't generate much heat, or use a lot of electricity, and you can use a ton of these and get them dimmable, so you can dim them down. I would probably go for maybe a 25-watt equivalent or maybe a 40-watt equivalent bulb. You could go for 60s if you guys are doing a hotel or something like that. 21, 61, 60-watt equivalents is going to be a tremendous amount of light, but you'll be able to dim it down because a lot of these are dimmable without any problem at all. Make sure that when you are buying your bulbs and their LEDs that you're going to buy them in the color temperature that you really like. I tend to like the warmth of the incandescent bulb, the regular ones we grew up with. That's called warm white. That's 3,000 Kelvin. So 3,000 Kelvin is going to be that warm white. If you're looking at bulbs and it says 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin, just be careful. That's going to be what's called daylight, and that's actually a very white light. So some people love that. Most people on these kind of situations want these to look like little candles when they dim them down, and you're going to want to go for the warmer light in that situation. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video, so it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same. and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.